class B. Extends means this class B is acquiring the properties of class A. Means here class A is the parent class and class B is the child class. Okay, so we are extending or we are acquiring the properties of class A into class B. So here we are using the methods and variables which is present inside class A. Class A means parent class. So we can access the properties of parent class from child class only. Okay, so this is the parent class. Okay, so and class B is the child class, so we can access the parent class property. So here property means variables and methods. Okay, in programming language properties means class variables and method. Okay, so we can access the properties of parent class from child class. Okay, or in child class. Okay, so say this is one student class. Okay, student has student id and then one variable, uh, two method, three method, four, five, total five methods, one variables and five methods are there. Okay, so this is one variable and total five methods are there in student class. And one more class I have created, that is test class. Okay, so see, this test class is extends student class. Means we are acquiring the properties of student class into test class. So here tell me what is the parent class and what is the child class. Okay, so these test classes extends. Means here student class is the parent class. Okay, and this test class is the child class, because we are accessing the data of student class in test class. Okay, so that's why this student class is parent class and this test class is a child class. Okay, so first thing you have to remember that whenever you will perform the inheritance, first thing you have to do that you have to extend or you have to implement the class or interface. Okay, if you have class, then you at that time you have to extend that class. Okay, but if you have interface, then you have to use implement instead of extends. Okay, so for example, student is a interface. Don't worry, interface I will discuss when I will start abstraction. Okay, implements if this student class is interface. Okay, then only you at that time you have to use implements keyword. If this student is a class, at the time you have to use extends. Okay. So here student is the parent class and test is my child class. Okay, and see, this is one variable and these are the methods. Okay, so these are the methods of child class method. Okay, so this method is belongs to child class, and these variables and methods are belongs to student class. Okay, so in my student class total 5 methods are available and one variable, and same for my child class also, one variable and 5 methods are available in child class. Okay, so now if I want to access these variables and method from this class, so first thing what we have to do here in my child class, first of which thing we have to do to call the student class methods and variables. Okay, so we know that if the class is different, okay, so from if I want to access the other class variables and methods, first I have to create the object. Okay, I have to create the object of that particular class. So from test class I want to access student class variables and method. So in test class, which class object I have to create? Student class or only test class?
Student class.
Yes. So if we want to access the student class variables and method, we have to create the object of student class inside this test class. Okay. So okay, I am reducing the code. No problem. So see, so first I am creating the student class object. So here I am creating the student class object, and I am storing that object by the use of student class reference. Okay, so see here I am using student class. Okay, so we are storing this object by using student class reference. Okay, so if I want to call this method one, now can I call this method one? Can I call this method one or not?
No, no.
No or yes? I have
No.
created I have created the object of student class. Okay, and I am calling the student class method. This m1 method, if I call, this will execute or not? See, I am calling the method 1, which is present inside student class. Okay, so if I call this method 1, this method will execute or not? This line, yes, it will
Do not
execute. It will execute. Okay, see, if I run this code, the output will be, say, I'm getting the output. Okay, so if I create the student class object, then I can easily access that student class variables and method. Okay, so by using this object, can I call this method 6, 7, 8 or 9? So this is my child class. Okay, this is test class. In this test class I have created student class object. Okay, and after that by using this object I can call student class variable. Okay, when I am calling this method I am getting output as a correct output. Okay, now I want to call this method 10. Okay, let's assume I want to call this method 10. If I use s1, it will give error or I will be getting correct output.
Error.
If I
Error.
s1 dot method 10, see, I am getting uh, error. Okay, so this is s1 my student class object. Okay, so if I create student, so what is the student class? Here student class is parent class. Okay, so if you create parent class object and if you store that object by the using of parent class reference, at that time by using this object you can call only parent class methods and parent class variables only. So see, here one more variable is there, so I want to call this variable. So s1 dot sid is my variable. Okay, so first check what is the value of sid 101. Okay, so if I run this code, see, I am getting the correct output. So by using this object, we can call parent class method and parent class variables also. But by using this object, we cannot call the child class method. So these are the child class method because this method is present inside this test class. Okay, so this method we or this variable we cannot call by using student class object. See, s1 is the student class object, so we cannot call the child class variables and method by using student class object. So now uh, so from here, okay, okay, so see, here I am creating which class object. So in this line we are creating which class object? Test class object. So here test class is the child class. Okay, so we are creating the object of child class. Okay, so this is the test class. So test class means it is a child class. Okay, so we are creating the object of child class and we are storing that object by using parent class reference. Okay, so we are creating the object of child class, but we are storing that object by using parent class reference. So this s2 is parent class reference. Okay, so this s2 which object is stored, child class object is stored, but it is storing by using parent class reference. Okay, so at that time If I call this method 1, so method 1 is belongs to parent class or student class. So can I call this method 1 by using this s2 object, or can I call this variable sid that is present inside student class? So is it
Yes,
correct?
correct.
Yes, it is correct. Okay, because if you create any object of child class, and if you store that object by using parent class reference, at that time by using this object you can call parent class method and parent class variables only. Okay, so now I want to call child class method also. So see, what are the child class method? So 6, 9, 8, 7 up to 6. So method 6, method 7, method 8. So these are the child class method. I want to call this method 10. So is2 dot method 10. See, I am getting error because if you store your object, okay, so this is the child class, here child class object I am creating, and I am storing that object by parent class reference. So student class is my parent class, because we are extending, say, we are extending student class, means student class is the parent class and test is the child class. So here we are holding the child class object, we are holding this child class object by using parent class reference. At that time you can call parent class methods and parent class variables only by using this object. Okay, you cannot call the child class variables or methods. See, when I am calling child class method I am getting error, because you cannot call by using this s2 object, because this reference is belongs to parent class. Okay, in this reference one object is stored, that is child class object, but it is it is pointing to the parent class reference. Okay, that's why it is not possible to call child class methods and variables. Okay, you can call only parent class methods and parent class variable. Okay, so up to now everyone clear up to here?
Yes,
Everyone clear now?
yes, yes,
Okay, so see, now I am creating child class object, and I am holding that object by using child class reference. Okay, so see, test class is my child class. I am creating the object of child class, and I am holding that object by using child class reference. Okay, so now s3, by using this s3 object, if I call method 1, okay, so method 1 is the parent class method. So see, when I am calling I am not getting any error. Okay, so if I run this code, so this one, Okay, so see, I am getting output, and after that I am calling method 2. So method 2 is belongs to, so this is method 2 also, parent class. So now I want to call my child class method, one child class method. Okay, so I want to call method 10. So s3 dot method 10. Okay, so see, so this is, okay, I am method 10. Okay, see, I am getting output properly. So see, this thing it is printing. See, it is printing or not. So when you will extend or you will perform any you will perform inheritance operation, at that time if you create parent class object and if you hold that object by using parent class reference, at that time you can see. So we can create an object of parent class and hold that object with the parent class reference, and with that reference we can call only parent class method. Okay, so this a class is my parent class. Okay, so in this parent class I am so see here I am creating the parent class object and I'm holding that object by using parent class reference. Okay, at that time I can only call parent class variables and method only. I cannot call the child class variables and method. Okay, so this is the first point. If you create parent class object and if you hold that object by using parent class reference, so through that object or by using that object you can call only parent class variables and method only. You cannot call child class variables or method. Okay, so this thing everyone understood? Please confirm.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
Everyone clear na?
Yes.
yes, yes.
Object for child class. So see, this B is my child class and A is my parent class because we are extending class A. So here class A is parent class and class B is child class. Okay, so we can create an object for child class. So see, here I am creating the object of which class? Class B is which class?
Child class.
Parent class or child class. So here we are creating the object of child class and we are holding that object by using parent class reference. Say class A is the parent class. Okay, so in parent class reference we are holding this child class object. Okay, so when I am creating object of child class and I am holding that object by using parent class reference. At that time, I can call parent class methods and parent class variables in child class and hold that object with parent class reference. reference, and with that reference we can call only parent class method. We can call only parent class method. Call the child class variables and method. You can call only parent class variables and method. Okay. So this second point, everyone understood or not? Second point, please confirm.
Repeat once again.
Okay. So see, this class B is my child class. Okay. So here we are creating the object of child class. Okay. So after that, creating the object, we are holding. So equals means we are holding that object by using parent class reference. So this is the reference of parent class. Okay. So this, by using this object AOBJ, we can call only parent class methods and variable, not the child class methods or variable. We can call only parent class methods and variable. Okay, because we are holding this child class object by using parent class reference. Okay, so just remember one thing: whenever you will see, if if you see in the left side, if you use parent class, just forget everything. By using this object you can call only parent class methods and variable. Otherwise uh, you can call both. Okay, so see here in the left side I am using parent class, and here also see in the left side I am using parent class. Okay, so class A is my parent class, and here also I am using parent class. So whenever you will see in the left side, if there is parent class is available, at that time just remember one thing: by using this object you can call only parent class methods and variables only. Okay, but see here in the left side, this is my child class. Okay, so this is not my parent class. So you can, whenever you will see this is your uh, child class, at that time you have to think that by using this object I can call both child class object also and parent class object also. But remember one thing: for this type of situation, okay, so here class A, class A is my parent class. Okay, I am holding that object, parent class object I am holding by using child class reference. It is not possible because you cannot hold parent class object. Okay, so you cannot hold parent class object by using child class reference, but child class reference or child class object can hold by parent class reference. Okay, parent child class object can hold by parent class reference. So see, here I am creating child class object and I am holding that object by using parent class. But here it is totally opposite. We are creating parent class object and we are holding that object by using child class. That is not possible. Okay, so parent means like big and child means like small. Okay, so you cannot hold it, you cannot hold parent class object by using child class reference. So whenever you will do like, see in here, so test class, see here I am creating student class object means parent class object. After that I am holding that object by using child class. See, I am getting error because it is not possible. You cannot hold parent class object by using child class reference. It is impossible. Okay, so this point everyone understood this line.
Yes, got it.
Okay, and this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, so in this line of what I am doing here, I am creating the which class object here I am creating
Child,
child class object. After that I am holding that object by using parent class.
parent class,
Okay, so this type of situation is called has a relationship. Okay, so when you will create the child class object and if you hold that object by using parent class reference, so at that type of situation is called has a relationship. Okay, so interviewer they can ask what is has a relationship. Okay, your answer should be when we will perform inherit inheritance at the time if we create the object of child class and if we hold that object by using parent class reference. Okay, at that type of object creation or situation is called has a relationship. Okay, so this type of object creation or this type of situation is called has a relationship. Okay, so everyone understood.
yes,
So after that, see this line. Okay, so here I am creating child class reference and I am storing that child class object I am creating and I am storing that object by using child class reference. So by using this is3, we can call parent class method also and child class methods and variables also. So by using this is3, we can call either parent class methods and child class methods also. So this type of object creation is called is a relationship. Okay, so here it is child class object creation and we are storing that object by using parent class reference. So this is called has a relationship. Okay, and here we are creating child class object and we are holding that object by using child class reference. So this is called is a relationship. Okay, so this is called is a relationship and it is called has a relationship. Okay, so these two things you have to remember, what is has a relationship and what is a relationship. Okay, so this is the like a basic question of interview. Okay, they can anytime they can ask. Okay, and here class A and class B. So here class A is parent class and class B is child class. Okay, so it has a different name but meaning is same: parent class, child class, base class, derived class. Okay, and super class, subclass. So parent class we can call as a base class and also we can call as a super class. Okay, and child class we can call as a derived class and subclass. Okay, so these are the different name of parent class and child class. Okay, so you can call as a parent class or super class or base class also, and you can call child class, derived class and base class. Okay, no matter, but main meaning is same: parent class, child class. It has just different name only. Okay, so has a relationship and is a relationship. Okay, so here class A. Okay, not this one, not this one. Has a relationship, this one. Okay, not this one. This is not a has a relationship, this one is has a relationship. Okay, so when you will create the object of parent class and if you hold that object by using parent class reference, okay, at that type of object creation is called has a relationship, not this one. Okay, please forget this thing. This one is has a relationship. Yesterday also I have done same mistake. Okay, uh, just forget this thing. Okay, not this one is has a relationship, this one is the has a relationship. Okay, so when you will create the parent class object and if you hold that object by using parent class reference, okay, this is called has a relationship. And if you create child class object and if you hold that object by using child class reference, this is called is a relationship. Okay, so everyone please forget this thing. Okay, remember this thing and this thing. Okay, clear now everyone?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so total four types of inheritance is present in Java. Okay, so see: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance and hierarchical inheritance, and one more inheritance is there, that is multiple inheritance. So Java does not support multiple inheritance. Okay, so if anyone asks you, so Java is fully object oriented programming language or not? Okay, your answer should be Java is not a fully object oriented programming language because Java does not support multiple inheritance. That's why Java is not a fully object oriented programming language. And in Java, total 8 primitive data types are not object. Okay, so this is the frequently asked question. Java is fully object oriented programming language or not? Okay, so Java is not a fully object oriented programming language. So we know that total 8 primitive data types are there. So 8 primitive data types are not object, not a object. Okay, so those are the primitive data type. So, and one more point is Java does not support multiple inheritance. Okay, that's why Java is not fully object oriented programming language. Okay, in my interview, this question they asked, Java is fully object oriented programming language or not? Okay, so total four types of inheritance are there: single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Okay, and one more, that is multiple inheritance, that Java does not support. Okay, so up to here everyone understood?
Yes, got it.
Okay, so see, what is what is the advantages of inheritance? Okay, so advantage is, once the code is written inside superclass, okay, there is no need to write it again in subclass. Okay, because a subclass automatically inherit the code written in superclass. To inherit a superclass into a subclass, we just need to use extends keyword. Okay, so code reusability. So see, in my parent class, total 1 to 5 methods are present. So method 1, method 2, method 3, method 4. Okay, up to 5 it is available in my parent class. Okay, and in my in child class, up to from 6 to 10. Okay, 6 to 10 it is available. So for example, okay, so from this child class, can I able to call method 1? Is it possible? Because in my child class there is no method 1, but uh, in certain situation I want that method. So is it possible to access that method from child class? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. So in my parent class, this method 1 is already written. Method 1 to 5 is already written, and whenever I need, I can use those parent class method from child class. Okay, so at that situation, no need to write all the total 5 method here once again. Okay, because it is already present in my parent class. From there I can use that code. So no need to write those methods and variables once again in my child class. Okay, if you want to write, you can write 1 to 10, from 1 to 10, 1 to 5. If you want to write a total method, so you can write once again. But when you will write, your code will be increased, and same thing you are written uh, multiple time. Okay, so your time will waste. So no need to write once again. Just already code is there, I will reuse it. Okay, so if any code is present inside my parent class, that code no need to write inside my child class. If I need that code, I can easily access from my child class. Okay, so no need to write same code once again in my child class. Everyone clear na? Reuse code reusability. Clear na everyone? Please
Yes,
respond.
yes.
Okay, so if in my parent class code is already there, then same code no need to write once again in my child class. Okay, so see, already in my parent class 1 to 5 method is already available. Okay, so in this child class no need to write once again 1 to 5 method, because from parent class I can easily access it. So why should I will write once again? Okay, if you write, if you want to write, you can write, but it is like time waste, memory waste, and your performance will be decreased, your application will be run slow. Okay, so these lots of problem you have to face. Okay, you have to face. Okay, so no need to write all those methods once again, just reuse those methods. Okay, so that's why inheritance is advantage is code reusability. Once the code is written in a superclass, there is no need to write it again in a subclass, because a subclass automatically inherit the code written in a superclass. To inherit a superclass into a subclass, we just need to use extends keyword. So we have to do only one thing, just we have to use this extends keyword. When you will use extends keyword, you can easily access parent class methods and variable. Okay, so if you use extends keyword, then you can easily access these parent class variables and method. No need to write this code once again. Okay, so, so only one thing you have to do, this only this, from here to here you have to write. Okay, otherwise no need to write anything. Okay, so this is the one advantage of inheritance. So first advantage everyone understood. Okay, so the second advantage is code enhancement. Okay, so yesterday I have discussed that code enhancement means like your father your father has one car. Okay, so you can use also this car, and you can buy your own car. Okay, so if you want to use your father's car, you can use. Okay, or else you can buy your own car also. Okay, so you have total two option. So see, in child class I have total two option. So this is my child class, so I can use either my method. Okay, and if I need, then I can use parent class methods and variables also. Okay, so from my child class I can, if I need to use parent class method, then I can use this method. Okay, and if I want to use my own method, then I can use. So I have total two option. I can use parent property, as well as I can like I can buy my own property also. Okay, so your your parent property you can use also, and you can buy new property also. So see, so this is called enhancement, code enhancement. Okay, so your father has some particular property. Okay, and you can use that particular property, and you can like buy, or you can by using buy the property. So when you will buy the property, your property will increase. Okay, your father property and your property, total property will increasing the code. So like enhance the more option. I have total two types of option. I can use either parent class methods and variable if needed, and otherwise I can use my own variables and method. Okay, so this thing everyone clear. So here in my child class, variables and methods is already available, and in my parent class parent class also variables and methods are available. Okay, so if any situation I need to use parent class method, at the time I can easily use it. Parent class method, any method I want to use. Okay, so and if I need to use my own method, so at that time also I can use. Okay, so this type of situation, or this type of scenario is called code enhancement. Okay, so see, the subclass can use code inherited from superclass, as well as it can have its own code too. It's like then he can use the car of father, as well as he has the freedom to buy his own car too. Okay, so this thing everyone clear? Code enhancement, everyone clear now? Please confirm.
Yes.
Okay, so these are the advantages of inheritance. Okay, and this thing I will discuss later. Actually, this is encapsulation. Okay, this is polymorphism part. Okay, runtime polymorphism. So when I will discuss at that time, I will explain this thing. Okay, so this is the syntax of inheritance. So first you have to create one class, that is parent class. So see, this class super class, so this is parent class, and after that you have to create one more class that will extends your parent class. Okay, so see, class, subclass, extend, superclass. So I have one question. If I want to perform inheritance, how many class we needed? If we want,
Two class.
okay, first listen my question. Okay. If we want to perform inheritance, total how many or minimum how many class is needed?
Two class. Two class.
Minimum two class. Okay, minimum two class, maximum you can use in number of class. Okay, so if you want to perform inheritance, at least two class you have to create it, otherwise inheritance is not possible. By using one class, you need one subclass and one superclass. Means total two class, one parent class and one child class you need, otherwise inheritance is not possible. Okay, so see, this is superclass and this is subclass. Subclass will extend the superclass. Okay, and the extends keyword indicate that the subclass or child class is inheriting the properties of superclass. Okay, extends keyword, this extends keyword indicates that the subclass is inheriting properties of superclass. Okay, this extends keyword you have to use to perform inheritance. Okay, so up to here if you want understood,
Yes.
everyone clear na? Anyone have any doubt up to here? Okay, so which class is the parent class of every classes?
Object class.
Yes, object class is the parent class of every Java classes. Okay, so see, single inheritance. Okay, so single inheritance, what is called single inheritance? Okay, single inheritance means every Java class by default inherits from java.lang.object class. By this extension, only every user object gets the behavior of a real object. So here I am creating one object. So this class A. Okay, now tell me, for this class A, who is the parent class and who is the subclass? For this class A, who is the parent class?
Class A, parent class.
Yeah, class A. Who is the parent class of this class A? Yes, object class is the parent class of this class A. We know that the main class is object class. Okay, so object class is the parent class of all the Java classes. Okay, so that's why this is the child class of object class. So this a class is parent class is object class. Okay, so single inheritance means one parent class and one child class. Okay, single inheritance enables a derived class to inherit properties and behaviors from single parent class in it has only single parent, not multiple parent. Okay, so this test class. So in this test class, how many for this test class, how many parent class is there? Only one parent class is there. Okay, so it has only one parent class. So this is called single inheritance. Okay, if any child class, if it has only one parent class, that is called single inheritance. See the diagram. See, so this class A, class A is parent class and class B is child class. Okay, so if uh, any child class has only one parent class, that is called single inheritance. Okay, if only parent is available for only one child, at that type of class is called single inheritance. Okay, so this test class and this student class, so this for this test class only one parent class is there, so it is single inheritance. It is called single inheritance. Okay, multi-level inheritance. Okay, so multi-level inheritance means accessing the functionality of objects in more than one level is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, child class accessing the functionality of grandparent. Okay, I think there is no diagram. Okay, see this diagram. Okay, so this is single inheritance. one parent, one child. But see, this is total. How many classes are there? Total three classes: A, B, and C. Okay, C is the child class. For this C, who is the parent? B is the parent. For B, who is the parent? A is parent. Okay, so now for this A, who is the child? For this A, B is the child. But for B, who is the child? C is the child. So now see, B is acting like a one time it is acting like a parent. Okay, so when it is extending C, at that time it is acting as a parent. But when B is extending A, at that time B is acting as a child. This is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, so now I am giving practical example. So this is my test class, and I will create one more class. Okay, class. This is animal. Okay, so total three class is there. One student class. Yeah, I'm removing all those things. So one is animal, one student, and one test class. Okay, so I am writing some int id equals to 01. Okay, and void method 1. Okay, so this is student class, and okay, and void math 2. This is okay, and this, so here my main method is there. Main method is there, and this test class is extending animal class. Animal class, and this animal class is extending student class. Okay. So now for test class, who is the parent class? Animal is the parent class, and for this animal class, who is the parent class?
object,
For this animal, who is the parent class?
student,
Yes, we are
student,
extending. Student is the parent class of this animal class. Okay, and for this student object class is the parent class. Okay, so see, here I am creating child class object. So test test t1 equals to new. Okay, so here I am creating child class object and I am holding that object by using child class reference. We know that when we will perform inheritance at that time, if we create child class object and if we hold that object by using child class reference, so at that object, by using that object, we can call parent class methods and variables also, and child class methods and variables also. So see, in my child class there is no method, but in my parent class one method is there. So method 2 is my one method and one variable is there, and here also one variable and one method is there. Okay, so now if I want to call this method 1 from this test class, is it possible?
Possible.
No.
Wait. Okay. So see, this is my test class. Okay. So this is my test class. This is student class, and this is animal class. Okay. So in my test class, main method is there, and in main method, I am creating all the child class. I am creating the child class object, and I am holding that object by using child class reference. Okay. After that, I am calling this method 1. Okay, so this test class, it is not extending student class, it is extending animal class, not directly student class. See, it is extending animal class, and animal class is extending student class. So it is interlinking, it has link, like, so you and your father and your father's father, like that. Okay, just think like that. So this test class is you, and this animal class is your father, and this student class is your father's father. Okay, understood everyone?
Yeah,
Is
got it.
understood now how it is
Yes,
linking?
yes.
Okay, so it is linking from here. So test class is extending animal class, and animal class is extending student class. Okay, so student class has some properties. For example, your father's fathers has some properties. Okay, so your grandfather property your father can use, and you can also use. Okay, so if I create a child class object, so I can use my your father's father property also. So if I call t1 dot method 1, okay, so if I run this code, see, I am getting output as a student class. Okay, so I can access because my animal class is extending the student class. Okay, so it is interlinking. That's why I can able to access the property of the student class also. Okay, so if I want to print this id, I can easily print. So t1 dot id. See, I'm getting the output. Okay, so and if I want to call t1 dot method 2, okay, this method 2, t1 dot method 2, okay, and if I want to print this name also, so t1 dot name. See, see, i can I can use parent student class property also, and I can use like animal class property also. Okay, so this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, so you can extend n number of classes. Okay, so if you now if you create one more class and if you extend this test class, so you can like for example, total I have 10 class, and every class is extending from another class. So I can call from last class. Okay, so from for example, I have total 10 class, class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4, up to class 10. Okay, so everyone has interlinking by using extends keyword like that. Similarly, okay, so this test class is extending animal class is extending student class like that. So class 1 is extending class 2, class 2 is extending class 3, class 3 is extending class 4 like that. Okay, so every classes are interlinking between. Okay, everyone has interlinking. So we can access every classes property. If you have n number of class, and if you interlink by using extends keyword, at that time you can access all the n number of classes. Everyone clear now? What is multi-level inheritance?
Yes, sir.
Actually, multi-level inheritance, you, your father and your grandfather, like that relationship. Okay, so you can use your father's property also, and you can use your grandfather property also. Okay, so this is called multi-level inheritance. Clear na?
Yes,
Every- Everyone, anyone have any doubt up to here? Any? Okay, see this picture. This is also multi-level inheritance. Okay, and this one also. So this 3.1 is extending 3. This 3 is extending 2 4. Okay, and this 4 is this 4.1 is extending this 4, and this 2.1 and 2.2 is extending this 2, and this 2.2.1 and 2.2.2 is extending 2.2. Okay, so this is multi-level inheritance. Okay, this is the hierarchy of multi-level inheritance. See this one, main, then I0 underscore 7. Okay, so this is extending main, and this one is extending I07, and this one is extending I07. Okay, and these I4 underscore 5 and I6 underscore 7 both are extending I4 underscore 7. Okay, and here these two B0 and B1 is extending I0 underscore 1, and B2 B3 is extending I2 underscore 3, and B5 B4 is extending I4 underscore 5, and B6 B7 is extending I6 underscore 7. Okay, so this is called multi-level inheritance. So like at a time it will perform as a parent or child also. So B is acting as a parent as well as child also. Okay, so this is called multi-level inheritance. And after that, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so hierarchical inheritance means one parent class has multiple child. One parent has multiple child. Okay, so sharing the properties of object to multiple child objects is called hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so you and your brother. Okay, so you can use your father's property, and your brother also can use your father property. Okay, so this type of inheritance is called hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so see, this student is the parent. Okay, so it has total two child, and test also I need. Okay, so this test, so this student is my parent class. Okay, so one parent has multiple child, so this one will extend. So animal is extending student class, and this test class also it will extend student. Okay, so this test class is also extending student class, and this animal class is also extending student class. So this parent class is sharing the properties to its child class. Okay, so who are the child class of this student class? Animal class and test class. So these two class is the child class of this student class. So student class is sharing its property to whom? This test class and animal class. So this animal class can access the property of student class as well as same thing this test class can access the property of student class, but this test class cannot access the property of this animal class. So your father property you can access and your brother can access, but you cannot access your brother property because your brother don't have any property. Your brother is also accessing whose property? Your father property. So you can access your father property, but you cannot access your brother property. Okay, because your brother is also accessing your father's property. Okay, so see here I am getting error, so it is not possible. Okay, so you can access your father's property and your brothers also can access your father's property. Okay, so this type of inheritance is called hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so see, so this is my animal class. So animal class, for this animal class, who is the parent class? For
Student.
this, yes, student is the parent class. So I can access the property of student class. So what are the property of student class? Int id and method 1. So here I have to create main method. Okay, main method, then I have to create child class object. So animal is my child class. So animal al equals to new. After that a1 al dot method 1. After that al dot id. So if I run this code, see I'm getting the output student class and 101 because student class is the parent class, so I can access. After that, so test class also the child class of student class. Okay, so now from here I am creating child class object and I am calling this method 1 and id. Okay, if I run this code, see I getting output is the same. So I can access the property of parent class from my both child class. Okay, for the student class, who are the child class? One is test class. Okay, and one more is animal class. Okay, so for the student class, animal class and test class is the child class. Okay, so this test class and this animal class is the child class of student class. So these two class can access the property of this student class. Okay, so because this animal class is extending student class and this test class is also extending the student class. Okay, so here how many parents are there in this total three class? How many parent class is there?
One.
Yes, only one parent class is there, that is student class. So one parent has multiple child, not only two. You can use multiple classes or multiple child classes. That type of scenario is called hierarchical inheritance. You see, See, for this image, it is visible now.
Yes.
Okay, so for this animal, okay, for this animal, total how many child classes are there? So for this animal, bird is like one child class, and mammals are one child class. For this bird, total two, say, parrot and pigeon. So these are the child class. And for these mammals also, dog and wolf. Okay, so only one parent. For this parent, who are the child? These birds and mammals. For this bird, who are the child? These parrots and pigeons. And for these mammals, dog and wolf. Okay, only one parent has multiple child. Okay, this type of inheritance is called hierarchical inheritance. See, class is the one only parent class. It has total three child class: class B, class C, and class D. Okay, so only one parent has multiple child is called hierarchical inheritance. One parent has one child, single inheritance. Okay, and multi-level inheritance means one parent, then its child, then that child will act as a parent for his child. Okay, then that child will act as a parent of his child. Okay, this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, so one parent, one child, this is single inheritance. So one parent, child, B is acting as a parent. It's for this C. So this type of inheritance is called multi-level inheritance. One parent, multiple child, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, so remember this diagram, then you can easily understand. Okay, so just remember this diagram: one parent, one child, one parent, then its child. It will act as a parent for its child. This is multi-level inheritance. One parent, multiple child, hierarchical inheritance. Okay, and multiple inheritance Java does not support. So that's why no need to remember. Okay, up to here everyone understood single inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and hierarchical inheritance. Anyone have any doubt? Everyone clear now?
Yes.
Okay, actually in OOPS most of the theory part. Okay, not more code. Okay, so you have to remember the theory thing only. If anyone have any doubt, you can ask. Anyone have any question? No question. Okay, so I have one question. Can I ask? Can I ask or not?
Yes.
Okay. Mm, so, what is inheritance? What is inheritance?
Inheritance is a process of accessing the properties of another class by using extended use.
Once again.
Inheritance is a process of accessing the properties of another class by using extends keyword.
Yeah. So, inheritance is a process to access the properties of parent class into child class by using extends keyword or implement keyword. Okay, if you want to access the property from class, at that time you have to use extends keyword. Okay, if you want to access the property from interface, at that time you have to use implements keyword. Okay, so to acquiring the properties of one class into another class is called inheritance. Okay, so how to achieve inheritance? How to achieve inheritance? No, we can we can achieve inheritance by using extends keyword. Okay, if we use extends keyword, then only we can achieve. Okay, so so what is the need of inheritance? Why we will use it? What is the need of inheritance? Reu- yes, reusability, uh, code enhancement, and because this has lot of advantages, and you can easily access the property of parent class by using extends keyword only. No need to write the code like multiple time. If your code is already available in parent class, then no need to write once again in your own class. Okay, so that's why we need inheritance. Okay. Mm, what is encapsulation? Hey man, only one day gone, everyone forgot. Not even 1 week also. What is encapsulation? Hmm. No, this is not the correct answer. Encapsulation is a process to declare our variable as a private and give the access to those fields by using private method, that is setters and getters method. Everyone forget. Be practice. Please be practice. Okay. At least every day 30 minutes is enough. If you practice every day 30 minutes it is enough. Okay. So be practice everyone, and don't miss the class because these are the most important thing. If you miss the class, then uh, further class you cannot uh, get anything, you cannot get. Okay, so don't miss the class. uh, any question from your side? No question.
Can you explain Slang package?
Sorry.
Lang package. Java lang package.
Package.
Yeah.
So every class has package. Pack Package is
Yeah.
nothing.
Just how to create package.
Okay, okay, okay. See.
Yeah.
So when you will open, okay, wait. Date is there or not? Here it is visible, na? SRC.
Yeah.
Wait. Where it is?